So many singers are convinced that the biggest problem is their breathing, that if somehow they just got their breathing right, a lot of their voice would just unlock. And this was the case with one of my students, Kobe. He came to one of our first lessons, and his main challenge was he couldn't access his mixed voice. As he went higher, all that happened was he kept breaking into falsetto. And he was convinced that it was his breathing. If he just got his breathing a little bit better, it would work. But after just hearing him sing for a couple of minutes, it became clear that the problem was a little bit deeper than just getting his breath right. And so if you feel like you're in a similar boat, in today's lesson, I want to dive a little bit deeper and share with you what's really actually going on. And it might not be what you expect. Let's dive in.
When I first started singing, I solely sang in falsetto. Like that's it.
Right,
Just
right.
falsetto the entire time. I wanted to hit those high notes. I didn't know how else to do it. So I would say for me, the goal now is to like develop a mixed voice,
Yeah,
use more of the registers, use get the high notes in mixed voice. So that's
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like what I want to do. I would say my range is like from like E2 to E4 or something like that.
yeah.
Um, and I think yeah, my problem is probably the big thing is like breath support. I don't really have any. I record myself singing songs and stuff. I don't really have any vibrato.
Yeah,
I struggle with breath support. That's
yeah.
like the big thing I'm noticing in the recordings. Um, and yeah, obviously I'll just let you hear it yourself, but
Well,
that's
yeah, we're
what I
gonna hear it.
notice.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Colby. And let's actually do that. Now, before I say anything, I do want to run you through some scales because it also lets me hear the technique a little bit clearer, a little bit deeper. We'll
Okay.
start off on this scale. Can you hear the piano first of all?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. We'll start off with the word mum. Mum, 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 mum.
Mum, 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 mum.
Good. Mum, 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 mum.
Mum, 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 mum.
Nice. Mum, 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 mum.
Mum, 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 mum.
Nice. Keep going.
Mum, 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 mum. Mum, 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 mum.
Good.
Mum, 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 mum. Mum, 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 mum. Mum, 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 mum,
Yeah, can you get a
mum.
little bit higher?
Mum, 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 mum. So,
Yeah, it's okay. Keep going.
mum, 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 mum,
Yeah. What if you let it flip? Mama, mama. Just let it flip to falsetto. Yeah,
mum, 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 mum. Yeah,
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, it's okay. One more.
Sorry, can you play one time?
Yep.
Stop. Mum, 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 mum.
Yeah, cool. Awesome, awesome. Cool. Colby, mind if I share with you what I've observed so far and what I feel like we can
Definitely,
work
yeah,
on? Okay,
definitely.
nice, nice, nice. So let's start off with what is good, because there actually are good things as along with things that we can improve on. What I find is pretty good at the moment is your pitch is actually better than you think. What I observed is when you're singing the song, initially it was a little bit too low, but then I gave you the feedback, hey, just sing a little bit higher. And then at least for the first couple of phrases, it started to kind of click in way more to the pitch. So it kind of tells me that the pitch is there a bit more. What I feel like is getting in the way is the mechanics. So as in the muscles here, as we get higher, they just don't know what to do. So then it's like,
Yeah.
that's why it's hard to get to some of those pitches. Now, maybe as we get better with the mechanics, maybe we have to develop the ear and awareness a little bit more. But right now, even when I was doing the scales, everything was pretty good until a certain point. Like once we got to a certain note, it was like it wasn't getting any higher. So to me, that my intuition says it's more to do with just how do we control the muscles a little bit better. If you know how
Yeah.
to get higher with more confidence, then yeah, like then you'll be able to kind of go through and hit those notes a bit more. So in my kind of opinion right now, the main kind of point of improvement is how do we get better fundamental technique. And I don't know if you've seen any of my content. It's really what I focus on a lot of times anyway. How do we get the muscles to work a little bit better? So there is a roadmap here, and I'll quickly share the roadmap with you first, and then we can
Okay.
dive into our first routine. Now, the first thing here is I want to explain the fundamentals or the mechanics, because I keep talking
Okay.
about these muscles, like these kind of things, but what exactly are them? I'd love to make sure we're on the same page because on this journey of learning to sing, you might like work with different people, you might have seen different videos. Everyone has their own little spin on it, and that's completely fine. At least for these next little bit, I want to make sure we're aligned. We're like, oh, like when I say these words, you're on the same page with me. So that's
Yeah.
what I mean by explaining how the voice works, making sure we're on the same page. The second goal then is, can we get you to feel clean technique on like one or two scales?
Okay.
So this means kind of going through generally most of your range, having the muscles work pretty good. The reason why we want to get you to feel clean fundamentals, clean technique on 1-2 scales is so then we can start to teach other sounds. So we have like a reference point. Once we have a reference point of this is what technique generally feels like, to get back to the level of like singing and applying it to a song. Because sometimes having good technique on one scale doesn't immediately apply to a song yet, because there's this kind of like slow kind of like build up that we need to kind of do, trying different words, trying different scales, but making sure that the muscles still work pretty well. Step number 3 is then, can we translate the feeling of that 1 or 2 scales to as many places as possible? And then, as you can imagine, the last one is apply it back to song work. And that's where we try to apply technique, but simultaneously we also focus on like, how do we start to style the voice a bit more, make it sound good? Because there's an element of like styling, making choices, artistry, on top of just like having good technique. So there will probably start to use a bit more like softwares. Like there is this software I love to use where we kind of record your voice, we can hear it together, a bit of like a studio kind of session together. That would be something I'll kind of introduce maybe second or third week. But that's the general kind of roadmap, right? And as much as I try to break it down step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, it is a little bit more like cyclical or like a bit more iterative. Like we might do a little bit of like trying to get as clean technique as possible, trying to translate. Or sometimes we might go straight to a song. So it's not like super kind of like black and white, because it just is a bit more fun versus like super grinding out. Because if we're asking for perfect technique from day one, it can be a bit of a grind. So there's this kind of slow, fluid process. Any questions on that so far, Colby?
But would you say, did you notice because like I said, I struggle with like support. Did you say you noticed like a breathiness? Because you said softer, but do you notice like a breathiness that like air was wasting kind of thing?
That's a good question. Not super much. And the interesting thing is, so breath support is an interesting thing, right? Because what is the voice? What is the breath supporting? And this is why we'll go into the fundamentals of the voice, right? Actually, yeah. Do you mind if I kind of save this for this next part? Because I'm just going to explain how the voice
Oh,
generally
okay, yeah,
works,
yeah,
and it
yeah,
probably will tackle the question, right? So
okay, yeah.
let's kind of talk about how the voice works, right? So what are we trying to do as singers? Basically, there's a lot of different muscles in our body, right? There's the muscles involved in breathing, supporting the voice as you're kind of mentioning here. There's also, a lot of muscles in our like our jaw, our tongue, how we shape our vowels, right? We need muscles to kind of get that happening. But there are also some muscles in our throat, right? There are the extrinsic muscles, muscles that like when you move your neck and stuff, do all these kind of things. There's all these extra kind of muscles. But there's also some intrinsic muscles, especially the ones around our vocal folds, right? So have you ever seen the vocal folds before, Colby?
Oh yeah, I've seen like videos of like the ENT does the like actually
Yeah,
they're like
they put it
they
down your
do the
nose.
yeah for musicians I've seen them like do vowels with
Yeah.
the open. Pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. So like if I say like they kind of look like rubber bands, does that make sense? They're kind of like these rubber
Yeah, the
band kind of
tiny
folds, yeah.
tiny muscle. Yeah,
Exactly. So the vocal folds are like these kind of rubber bands, right? And there are these muscles around them that control two kind of key functions. So there's first one, which is they stretch the vocal folds. And basically that's how we change pitch. As they get stretched and stretched and stretched, as you imagine like a rubber band, if you flick a more stretched rubber band, it creates a higher vibration, like a quicker vibration, and that creates a higher pitch, right? So that's how we adjust for that. There's also muscles that kind of bring the chords together, right? Those are the muscles that are in charge of closing and bringing those chords together. So basically, anytime we're making a sound, quote unquote, we're going through this motion of I bring the chords together and then I stretch them to the desired pitch. And so, in a sense, there are these different muscles, but they work in tandem. So they're working together, right? So really our goal as singers, especially when we're concerned about how do I just get the right power, the right kind of pitch, which is 80% of singing. Like, a lot of great singers are just really good at singing on pitch and they don't overstrain, kind of don't break into falsetto, is about controlling this. Because say, for example, oh, why is it that when I go up higher, I flip to falsetto? What's happening is as you're trying to stretch and stretch and stretch, you can't manage the closure and the closure comes apart. The other example is sometimes as you try to sing higher, what happens is we just get loud and push, and we kind of push more air. What that means is we're not really stretching the chords appropriately. What we're engaging more is we're trying to press those chords harder, or we blow more air, but this fundamental motion isn't happening. So in a sense, you can think of it, singing is pretty simple in terms of what we're trying to achieve, at least from a technique lens. Close the chords, stretch. Close the chords, stretch. But the difficulty is because it's so small and like so nuanced, it takes a lot of precision to do it. But the motion itself is pretty simple.
And you
So
have to feel.
yeah, you go
Yeah,
for it.
you have to feel. You have to feel it instead of you can't really hear your song unless you record. So that's like the hardest part.
Exactly. So let's kind of see if we can kind of get you to feel it, because knowing it is one thing. So hopefully we're on the same page now. So when I start to use terms like stretch, closure, I'm kind of referring to these two things. I want you to stretch more, or stretch more, or I want you to keep those chords the same, right? That's what I'll mean when I start using those terms. So let's get you to feel it, right? So we're gonna start off with this, right? Oh, 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 oh. Now I'll explain why we do this kind of sound, this weird exercise in a second, but give it a few tries. Let's just get you used to this kind of sound first. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, oh, but
Yeah,
are you
it's
like,
okay.
yeah, kind of-
Yeah, I'll explain it again. So think of this as a series of like tap and scooping. So I'm basically starting the sound, and then I'm scooping to the next note. But there's this kind of bit of a specific pattern. Don't worry about it too much for now. We'll just get it clean. Oh, 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 oh. Give it a try. We'll get it eventually.
oh, 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 oh,
Yeah,
oh,
close. Let's just
like
we'll
this
break it
pop.
down. Let's just go. Oh,
Oh,
good. Oh, oh.
oh,
Yes, that next note is actually a tap. Oh, oh.
oh, oh,
Yeah, can you get a bit more like a a more precise tap versus oh, oh, oh.
oh, oh.
Closer. So you see how there's a more precise kind of tap you can find there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, do that again.
Oh, oh,
Nice. So now, oh, oh, oh.
oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, good. Don't change it to the first half though. Everything you had before was clean. I'm just adding another scoop on the top. So, oh, oh, oh.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, you're skipping the tap now. Oh, oh, oh.
oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, now get that scoop on the top. Oh, oh, oh.
Is that going higher or?
Yeah, I'm scooping up. Yeah. Good pick up. Yes.
Oh, oh, oh,
Yeah, nice. Now can you get the pattern though? Oh, oh, oh.
oh, oh, oh,
Yeah, nice. You're getting the notes, but you're kind of skipping the taps. It's kind of oh. So you even get the taps as well. It's very specific. Oh, oh, oh.
oh, oh, oh. Just
Yes.
a little.
Yeah. More like that, dude. So it's pretty specific what we're after. Now, I kind of explain, and we'll keep trying to get this pattern, but This one's a really good one to start off with because you know how we said, oh, we're trying to learn how to control the closure and the stretch, right? Those muscles specifically. In a sense, this exercise is that, right? Every time I'm
So, okay.
right, bringing those chords together. Every time I'm stretching, oh, that is a scoop. So I'm basically bringing the chords together, then I scoop and I stretch it. So you can basically think of it as like, oh, in a sense, if I can learn how to control this pattern a little bit better, that's my first kind of glimpse of like, oh, this is what it feels like to stretch and connect, stretch, connect, stretch, right? So that's why it's pretty important to go through this, right? When we go back to like the mums, the nays, and all of those things, they're still happening, but they're kind of happening behind the radar a little bit. And so for a lot of people, it can be harder to see. And so when those scales start to go wrong or they're not working as expected, they don't know where to go. It's like, why is it not working? But this is why we kind of start here first. Try it again. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, oh, oh.
Yes, bang. Do that 3 times.
Oh.
Simple.
Oh, oh, oh.
Yes. It's not as hard as you think.
Oh, oh, oh.
Good. So now let's bring the way down. So the way down is a little bit simpler. Oh, 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 oh. So you know that scoop you're doing on the top, the very top when
Yeah.
you're scooping? You scoop up and you scoop back down. So oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I'll do it again.
Okay.
Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah, just like that. Do it a few times. Get used to this feeling. This is it.
Oh, 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 oh.
Nice. Again. Pretty good.
Oh, 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 oh.
Pretty close. The way up changed a little bit. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah, pretty good. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So part of the routine this week is just step one, just get this pattern, and then we can talk about okay, how do we go higher? How do we kind of like kind of make it kind of feel the technique a bit more? But right now, if you just spend like the first 5 minutes of each day, just like oh, hang on, is this the correct pattern? Just keep chipping away at it. That's more than enough, man. So try it again. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah, change it a little bit. Oh, 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 oh. Get that scoop up and down at the top of the scale.
Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah, better. So part of this, right? Part of what's happening here is obviously a mixture of you getting better at the scale, like recognizing it, memorizing it. The other part, and the reason why it's a little bit tricky at the same time also is it's just revealing the muscles. Like they're a little bit clumsy right now. And so they go hand in hand. That's why the scale feels a little bit tricky. But once we get the pattern down and you're like, oh, I'm pretty certain that I know what it is in my head. Basically, anything that still feels like it's hard to control is the work, right? As you get better at that, you're basically training the muscles, right?